Hey everyone, welcome to the Belgian Waffle Ride North Carolina race recap. This course is probably the craziest Belgian Waffle Ride course. About 60% of it is gravel, single track, four-wheeler track, and the rest is road, and the road is very smooth. It's also the climbiest one of the bunch. It's just under 14,000 feet of elevation. So we all started as usual 7:30 start for everyone. It started super hard. I honestly was not feeling great at all. I think that was a big error of mine. I had 40s on and most guys were running like 45, 47, and especially in Pinnacle Mountain at the beginning it really made a difference. I mean, you go up kind of a smooth gravel path, but going down is some very challenging double tracks. So the 40s were maybe not perfect. I think the 45 alluvium would have been better, but yeah, I managed to keep the air in the tire and get out of Pinnacle Mountain with the front group. At this point we were a very small group of about 10 riders, but it quickly came back together for a short while. And the next section was new to the course, and it's probably one of the craziest sections I ever did on the gravel bike. You literally went up under like the electricity pole, so it was just like, I don't know, 25% climbing for like, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes, I think, if you look at the Strava. And I mean, I averaged over 400 watts, so really hard for me. It was Griffin at the front. Griffin is lighter, so he was smartly putting the gas on to make sure the bigger guys like me would struggle a little bit more. And over that you think you're done, but it's followed by a super fun but very sketchy double track descent. And at the end of that we were just five. It was Finn, myself, Dylan, Nathan Haas, and Griffin. After this point you hit the very long stretch on the road, and like I said, it's 230k and we were not committed to do this by ourselves, so we didn't wait, but it didn't take too long for the whole 15 guys to come back together, plus I would say 3 or 4 guys that were able to also make it back. And from then on it was just super easy. Probably the easiest I went all year. No arguing, just happy with the easy pace. I don't think attacking there or trying to push the pace there would have been very smart, because there's so much left in the race. You're not even halfway. Probably the only pieced up I did all year in a gravel race. I don't know what was happening with the guys, but I think we did 2 pieced up. I don't know, you can see from the car in Belgian Waffle Ride, and it was a pretty hot day, so I think everybody was hydrating as much to be ready for the challenging second half. After the asphalt you kind of do a very long loop around the lake, and I mean, this lake is super twisty, so people were giving some kick in some of the outs of the turn just to I don't know, kill the legs a little bit, but again, nothing crazy. And then you hit another time under electric pole, and that's where everything like literally exploded. I was in the front with Finn pushing the pace, and over the top it was myself, him, and Dylan, and also Griffin. And in the downhill Nathan Haas was able to come back on us, so still the same 5 guys, but at that point it was clear that nobody was coming back. I was actually super surprised by how good Nathan Haas was going down. I mean, we had a pretty good gap on him on top, and yeah, he just caught us in that, I don't know, it was kind of a single track that Belgian Waffle Ride, I guess, created. I think it's a hiking trail, and they kind of remove a little bit of the stuff in the hiking trail to make it rideable. So it was really rugged, but also really fun if you knew how to drive your bike. After that, I mean, racing was on. We were trading good pulls, but it was clear that everyone was super tired. And we also knew that a single track was coming, and the last big climb was also coming. Just before the last single track that was new to the course this year, Finn attacked with Dylan, and I was the one struggling. I mean, Griffin and Nathan were not there anymore, but Finn and Dylan actually dropped me. At the entrance of the single track, I was able to make it back in the little single track climb and was able to follow those two guys going down. Dylan was really hammering that descent. He knew it by heart because he's from there. At the end of that, it was just the three of us, and then you hit the feed zone, you go in the barn or something, and after that, honestly, pretty much everything is on the road. So on the road, we were really playing games because we knew the last climb was coming. I think the KOM is 14 minutes, so we all knew it was going to be a big player in the race. We just look at each other, feed a lot from the car. At that point, it was about 40 degrees Celsius. I'm probably the one that takes the most advantage of it. Michael's always joked that I'm taking a shower out there, so at least for me it makes a giant difference in terms of perceived exhaustion. And yeah, then we hit that climb and I went to the front and just went all in. And I'm not sure why I did that. I was not feeling good, I was managing cramps. I feel like it was a little bit of an ego thing, and on top I had a gap of a minute, but my legs were like just on the verge of like completely jamming, like not just like a little cramp, but it's just like not working anymore. So at the end of it, you have like a gravel descent. It's pretty much the only gravel you have in the last 40k of this course, and I went as fast as I could, but I was cramping in every turn, just like pushing down the pedal. So I knew it was bad because you still have 20k to go. And I was like, unless those two guys are really done, they're for sure gonna catch me. I was going so slow that it took maybe 7 minutes or 8 minutes for Finn and Dylan to catch me. And when they did, I looked back and they just parked themselves behind me. I'm telling you, if they would have attacked me, I would have not been able to follow. My legs would have jammed. But that's something they didn't know, so that was good for me. We just soft pedal until the end pretty much, and the end is kind of a cyclocross sprint finish. So you're in the road, it's a false flat going down, and then you take a hard turn right, and it's like 400 meters on the grass, and then there's the finish line. And I had at least a guess that whoever was gonna enter that first was gonna win. So yeah, in this false flat going down, I just slingshot myself. Dylan was smart, he was just staying behind me, and when I slingshot myself, it was clear that Finn was not able to respond, and Dylan kind of had a free motor pacing session at the back of me, but not sure why. I was able to get ahead in the turn in the grass, and in the grass I had pre-ride the course already. I knew exactly the line I had to choose, and I just put my head down, took the right line, and at the finish I had a bike length over Dylan, so very close, but it was so fun, like one of my good friends racing it to the end. And yeah, that's the Belgian Waffle Ride North Carolina race recap. I'm gonna be there next year for sure. Like I said, probably the most challenging Belgian Waffle Ride course out there. I mean, it's not the most technical, but it's the longest, it's the one with the most climb, and the technical sector are crazy. As usual, take care of yourself by making the most optimal choice in every moment, and do the same, take care of the ones you love.